My name is Furman Durden.
My name is Kelly Durden.
My name is Bailey Robertson.
My name is Roderick Melvin Reginald Durden.
My name is Leslie Parker.
My name is Sandra Durden.
I'm Mackenzie Durden, and today we will be talking about the role that African Americans have placed on U.S. history. Starting out, African Americans have played a pivotal role in the creation of American history. African Americans' ancestries trace back to Africans, but for many African Americans, they are made up of non-African descent as well. Today we will be examining the role that the African American played in the birth of America, meaning the exploration and expeditionary missions that they went on, and we will also be exploring the political offices that many African Americans took part in. So first, during the 1530s, Africans were credited with aiding the Spanish and the Portuguese with exploring the Americas. The most notable black explorer of that time was Mustafa Zamori Estevanico, also known as Esteban. According to Wikipedia, many books claim Esteban became the first black person from Africa known to have landed in the present continental United States, but he wasn't the first. Juan Garrido, a free African from Angola, was in Florida as early as 1513 with Ponce de Leon. The next explorer that you have that not too many people know about is York, and he was a black manservant, and he belonged to Captain William Clark. He accompanied Lewis and Clark on their exploration of the western part of America. And they said that his name was Ben, but if you look at the journals, there's actually no record of a Ben, but there is a record of a York. In an article published by PBS, it states, yet as the journals of the expedition testified that this was the first black man to cross the continent north of Mexico, played a meaningful role in our young nation's first exploration of the American West. So, as you can see, African Americans / Africans have been here since the birth of this nation, which, along with the exploration, you did have slavery, but after slavery, then you start to see African Americans take office and start to affect legislation that affects the country as a whole. With that being said, after the Civil War, African Americans were able to gain and utilize political power, which was short-lived. To name a few notable African Americans who held office, the first one is Robert B. Elliott from South Carolina, and the second is John R. Lynch from Mississippi. And both of those gentlemen were members of the U.S. Congress. The next person we'll talk about in a political capacity was Booker T. Washington, who at the time was one of the most powerful African Americans in the country at that time. Booker T. Washington is credited with creating and building the Tuskegee Institute, which was an industrial trade school for young African Americans. His counterpart was W.E.B. Du Bois, which he's credited with founding and helping to create the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, which you may better know as the NAACP. The NAACP's first victory came in 1915 when they won a case with the Supreme Court, and that case was to get rid of the grandfather clause, because they believed that in order to create black leaders, that they would need full civil rights and also liberal education. The greatest achievement of African Americans on a political sense probably in this nation's history is the election of the 44th president of the United States, which was President Barack Obama. Out of the histories of the United States, he was the first African American president. With that being said, the African American has played a pivotal role in this nation's history and will continue to do so. Thank you. My name is Mackenzie Durden, and that was my speech.
Hi, my name is Sandra Durden.
And I'm Leslie Parker.
I'm Roderick Durden.
Beatty Robinson.
Kelly Durden.
And Furman Durden.